Hi, how you doing? So we're back today. We're gonna review the chakras and just take a spin around them. We're gonna do some sedative breathing, and then we're gonna do some imagery with the archangels. So here we go. Yesterday we spent the whole 15 minutes on the chakras, and today we're just gonna ride them. We don't have to spend a lot of time, but let's just check in. Here we go. The base chakra, red to the right. Creativity chakra, orange to the left. Solar plexus chakra, yellow to the right. The heart chakra, green to the left in your chest. Throat chakra, sky blue to the right. Your third eye, the dark blue to the left. And the purple up on top. And see, since we aligned them yesterday, they're just kind of there. They're feeling pretty good. They don't really need a big to-do. We're up on the purple one, spinning to the right. We're just gonna ride them. Purple right, dark blue left, light blue right, green left, yellow right, orange left, red right. All right, that's fun. Here we go again, up and down twice, and then we're gonna leave it alone. I'm just gonna say the color in the starting direction, then you switch directions on every color. Here we go. Red to the right, red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, purple, purple, dark blue, light blue, green, yellow, orange, red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, purple, purple, dark blue, light blue, green, yellow, orange, red. It wasn't as smooth. It really is a lot like doing scales in music. And my point to saying that is that you haven't played a song yet. So I'm going to give you a little tune. The next step on a long chakra meditation would be to imagine sort of the Leonardo da Vinci arms and legs stretched out with a circle around it is the whole circle. And then there's two half circles of the body that are symmetrical, which is a foot above your head to your navel and a foot below your feet to above your navel, below your navel and above your navel, so they cross in the middle. So we're going to spin the top one to the right. There's a giant circle that goes from above your head to basically the cradle of your hips, below your belly button. And it goes clockwise to the right, and it's encompassing half of your body, your upper body. Just get it going. It's more of a hula hoop than a solid disc, but I guess I feel like it's sort of a two-dimensional flat disc than anything, but there it is. Now just leave that alone and focus on the bottom half of your body. And the circle goes from above your navel to a foot below your feet, and it goes to the left, counterclockwise, because it is feminine, it is magnetic. And spin that. Get that one in place. All right, so you got two of those. Now we're going to put them together. Let's start with the bottom one again where we were, which goes above your navel to a foot below your feet, spinning to the left. Now just let that be, but keep it, and add the one spinning to the right on top of it, which crosses it, and it's spinning to the right. And just concentrate on that top part while that bottom part is still there going the opposite direction. You have contrary motion. What you really have is a Veseca Pisces around your navel where they cross. So just see those two half circles, which is like, an auric thing around you, and it's also what happens when a sperm and an egg get together. It's two opposing forces penetrating each other. And in all that motion, why don't we turn it up? Let's turn it up to like 100 miles an hour. I couldn't really get past 20, 25, but you get the idea. And when it comes to changing speeds like that, it's a lot easier if you do it like turning on and off a light rather than gradually like you would a car. So back to our interlapping circles that cross right here in our belly. And the point is you're going to step in to that space where they cross. And even though they're moving as fast as you're comfortable with them moving, in that in-between space, they cancel each other out. And there's nothing. Veseca, Pisces. So I'm going to leave that there for now. But that's the beginning of playing with what you do when you're warmed up with your chakras. The next thing we're going to talk about is sedative breathing, because a lot of people have reasons to decelerate, whether it's an emotional stuck state or a real mental health crisis, or you've just been to a rock and roll concert and you feel neurologically damaged. But whatever the reason is, that you might need to get your rattled self calmed down. There is a trick to it. I helped with somebody's emergency this winter, and here's the deal, that a lot of great breathing exercises and even meditation exercises, some of the most powerful one, advocate for even breathing. You breathe in and you breathe out on a fairly even basis. For instance, one great one I've done for years is breathe in on this side, breathe in on that side. Do it 3 times in a row, one nostril at a time, and then switch it. Breathe in on this side, breathe out on the other. All through the nose. And in just sort of giving you the rundown without doing it, those little examples, yeah, I feel like there's a little more space. So, rather than counting to 10 in a crisis or something that's going on, there's an option. But I have a better option that actually simulates what it is to be a musician, because the difference is to breathe in quick and then let it out, have the exhale be much longer. And essentially that's what horn players and singers do. And, face it, they get really high doing it. And the reason they get high really doing it is because it sets up a chemical situation in their brain almost immediately that calms you down. It's a sedative. So here we go. What we're going to do very simply is breathe in for 4 counts, breathe out for 8. It doesn't really matter the counts, but people like to concentrate on something. But as I get more comfortable, 8 isn't hard. I'm going to move right away to 16. And we are moving in terms of music, so that's interesting. And then 32. And what we're going to do is, it's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to think you're out of air, and you're going to have to keep pushing out. And when you do that, you are making the connection with your power. When people tell you to sing better, that's what they're talking about, not something you can actually do. It comes from we're creating a vacuum. All right, the sedative vacuum. All right, so here we go. We're breathing in for 4. Breathe out for 8. Pretty comfy for me. Let's do one more of those. Breathe in, 4. Out for 8. It's hard to get it all out by 8. You had to push. Let's go to 12. In for 4. Out for 12. A little more even on the way out. That's a nice spacing for me. I'm going to do that one again. In for 4. Out for 12. Great. One more time. In for 4, out for 16. Here we go. Out for 16. That was my first deep connection with it. One more time. In for 4. Out for 16. In for 4, out for 20. Out for 20. I think I screwed up the count. Try it again. In for 4, out for 20. Out for 20. That should hurt a little bit. In for 4, out for 24. One more time. Out for 24. Okay, that stuff kind of works good, and it works fast, and if you practice it, then it's ready for you in a crisis. You can teach it to your children. Sedative breathing. Listen to my voice. Can you tell it's different than when we started that? And I didn't sing. It was just activating this vacuum, this power center. The 6 sides of the cube correspond to north, south, east, west, up and down. And in the beginning, before there was light in a dark universe, those were kind of the choices that could be made in terms of motion being a metaphor for life. So a basic cube shape demonstrates the 4 directions and up and down, and those are the sides of a cube. Those represent empty space in the darkness before there was light. And in that empty space, we have protection and power to call on our higher selves, to call on spirit guides, to call on archangels. And what you have to do to call on those is to focus on some imagery, some historic imagery that I'm going to give you, some imagery that I have collected from a guy I meditate with named Steve Nobel. And the meditation, I took this from, I put a link to if you want to do it. It's 38 minutes long. I'm just going to introduce you to the images today that correspond with the 6 directions of our spatial dimensions and the 6 magnetic lines in our pineal gland that we are trying to activate when we meditate. When we breathe in, we're going to call the light to us, and when we breathe out, we are going to release. We're going to release people's energies. We're going to call on our higher self to release all that we don't need. All the people who are in our lives, let's release them. All the education, all the governments, breathe in on the light and give yourself permission on every exhale to release. We call on our angel guides. We call on the archangels with the earth and the sun. And then we breathe out, we release everything except the light that comes from below and above. There are many different levels, many frequencies, and they all are important. However, we are going to try to ask for release overall from lower vibrations and move ourselves to a higher overall light. And we are going to ask the help of the archangels here today for that. We're going to start with Raphael in the east. Raphael's image is a crystal wand with golden snakes and wings. A crystal wand with golden snakes and wings. It's kind of like that old medical staff with the snakes and then the wings. It's there in history. We call on Archangel Raphael, healer, magician, by concentrating on a golden scepter, a white scepter, crystal wand with golden snakes climbing it, wings, and then top it off with green emerald fire surrounding it. As you concentrate on that image, you call the archangel to you. We call on Raphael to be with us, healer, magician, angel. All right, then we move to the south. The south belongs to Michael. Michael, the Archangel Michael, is the supreme protector of the earth, and his symbol is the sword. It is electric blue light all around the sword. And then there's a point where the sword turns blue, I'm pretty sure. What you do with this sword is you put it in front of your heart, and leaning slightly, and then put it the opposite lean behind your heart. And then take the sword of Michael, 2 swords of Michael, and cross them in your heart. And one more time, put the sword of Archangel Michael, blue, electric, fire, sword, above your head, like a foot above your head where that round thing was, and then a foot below your feet. Same thing, where one is pointed one way like a hockey stick and one is pointed the other way. Just let those blue electric swords pass electric light around your aura and throughout you. And then let them ride your prana tubes right up into your middle so they cross, and let it dissolve. Protector, Archangel Michael, be with us. All right, we're going to the west. Gabriel, messenger angel. Gabriel's symbol is a silver goblet, a chalice, surrounded by white diamond fire. To concentrate on the symbol is to call the archangel to you. Gabriel is feminine, and he is the messenger from the other side to us. Back to the chalice and the white diamond light. The white diamond light turns into a waterfall, and even though it's technically on whichever side of your body the west is, you're going to take that white river of light and pour it into the top of your head and let it go throughout your head and then down through your throat and your shoulders. White light surrounding, cleaning the cells in your body, down to your midsection and your belly, and just do a whole little body scan with the white diamond light of Gabriel, the messenger angel, concentrating on the chalice and letting the river of light flow down into your knees and your lower feet and out the bottom, and then put it back in the west. Thank you, Gabriel, for being here today. Then in the north we have Uriel. Uriel, U-R-I-E-L. Uriel is the scribe. Uriel who put the holy books together, who has organized amazing amounts of coordination in humanity without even humanity knowing it, in terms of information and communication. He's the marketing guy. Uriel's symbol is a 5-pointed gold star. 5 points. Texaco, but gold. And there's ruby red fire flames around it. So picture that in the north where you are, and welcome Uriel. Then we have above and below. We're going to start above. Metatron is the archangel of the above, of the cosmos. And Metatron's symbol is the infinity symbol. And so put it up where it belongs. And it's gold. Gold infinity symbol. What Metatron does is he holds the Christ grid in place. He brings the light from the central sun through the stargate to our sun, through our atmosphere magnetic shield to us, and into our bodies, to the earth that nourishes all and creates all. So I just want you to picture a grid of light around the earth that Metatron is holding up by concentrating on the gold infinity symbol, and then have Metatron lower the Christ grid to you. Put it around the building you're in. Put a Christ grid around the room you're in. And now put a Christ grid around you. And you want to take whatever line he did that with and put it in through the top of your head in the same dance with the white diamond light that kind of set the stage. Going through your head with the white light. There's actually a prana tube that goes through your spine and head. So we're coming down through the prana tube with the Christ grid, and we're going to anchor it in our heart. And that way we have a clean line between our heart and the cosmos, all the way beyond our galaxy to the central sun. The electromagnetic pulse of the universe has an opening in us. Last one. The keeper of the 5D crystalline earth grid is Sandalphon. P-H-O-N. Sandalphon. Look him up. Sandalphon's symbol is the rose. Nobody says what color the rose is, but I'm positive the rose is white. If you ever want to know about white flowers are about communicating with the other side. White rose in the earth, keeper of the crystalline grid, the most useful crystalline grid in the earth to humans is crystal quartz. So imagine the electric energy from all the crystal quartz. It makes up a ridiculous amount of the earth, like 12% of the earth's crust or something. Imagine that energy coming in from the earth and hitting the bottom of your feet, and you're gonna open, just feel a little jolt in your chakra system for that, and have the white light from the rose or whatever color it is go in through your feet, up your legs, your knees, your thighs, your hips, cleaning, protecting, cleansing, and then up through your rib cage. And Sandalphon's gonna hook that 5D crystalline earth grid to your heart. And then, because there's a prana tube that goes down, you got the prana tube on the lower side with the 5D crystalline grid attached. You got the prana tube coming in through the head into the heart with the Christ grid around the earth. From Metatron, gold infinity symbol, Sandalphon below, a rose, Uriel in the north, gold 5-pointed star with ruby, red fire, scribe angel. The west is Gabrielle, the messenger, the mother, silver goblet with white diamond light. In the south is Michael with his blue electric neon sword, protecting us. And in the east is Raphael, the magician, healer. A wand, crystal wand, white, with gold snakes and wings, surrounded by emerald diamond light. Those are the folks out there that you could see when you look through the hula hoop of your purple chakra. So your archangels have a direction, they have a meaning, and they are used for a lot of like heavy cleaning of the psyche, psychic surgery, cord cutting. I'm a baby at cord cutting. I've gotten to first base with it and it is wonderful. But you can just start by, if you listen to Steve Nobel's longer version of this, he gets into calling, he gets through what we just did, and then he calls the ultraviolet fairies in to really seal up everything in your life, to disconnect yourself from all of your Akashic record and all of your conditioning in this life. And it really does help you feel lighter psychically and kind of give you a clean slate like nothing else I've ever experienced. So I hope you have a good day tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow.